Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here. Welcome back to another edition of Friday Night Skype. Tonight, I'm joined with my usual panel of Let's Playing buddies of Utorai,
Hey.
Altaguide,
Yo, yo!
Dilly DV,
Hello, Lo.
Liam 6,
Hi.
Genray,
Yo.
Antlion Alpha,
Hi.
and tonight's guest has been uploading Let's Play videos since February of 2010, and throughout that time he has accumulated over 4,000 subscribers with over 700,000 total views. He has since moved on to other projects including Challenge Sunday, and most recently Gaming Millionaire. FNS is proud to have with us tonight ArgonMatrix.
What?
Thank you. Has it really been that long? Like 2 3/4 years?
Yeah.
Jeez, I feel old
researched
now. I
this
don't know.
stuff. It's crazy.
But thank you for having me on.
Well, thank you for being on. Greatly appreciated. So, I guess, when in doubt, go with the one question that we ask everybody, which is, what is your favorite video game of all time?
You got 5 seconds to answer. It defaults to ET on the Atari. Go.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
That was
Two
quick.
especially, huh?
Hell Valley Trees.
I was
could have
ready
told
for
you,
that
I could
one.
have told you that.
That's a good game.
It is very good.
I always hear people, because I'm a retro gamer, I don't have any current gen system. Something you don't know about me, because I'm very poor and sad and lonely. But anyhow, I don't have any current
No
gen
current
systems.
gen consoles.
I hear that the first one's a lot better than the second one. That's what seems to be the general consensus.
Did you say you hear the first one's better than the second one?
That's what I've heard. That's what I hear a lot of. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong. Why do you think? Why do you enjoy the second one, especially compared to the first one?
I don't know. It seems that just they did a lot more right to just make it more fun in the second one. Like the first one was really it was very good, of course, but just the second one they seemed to perfect the formula, and it was I don't know. I just liked it a lot
The
more.
second one was just it. I'm not sure which one I like better. I like to play both of them right after each other because it feels like one game. But the second one, I didn't like. It seemed like they did a lot more. I think they did. They did a lot more comet medals, and those. A lot of them are repeats. Like if you're gonna do something that's with like a time limit, don't make it the exact same thing. But they did do it better in Super Mario Galaxy 2, even though they had more of them, because they had like collecting clocks in some. And
Yeah.
sometimes they change things around. So
I barely remember Mario Galaxy because let's be honest here. It's more fun to play under the influence.
Fair enough.
Oh, well, I was thinking that you were gonna say a Zelda game and get a big Zelda discussion started from the get-go, because you have... How many Zelda games have you Let's Played?
There's Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Zelda 2. I think that's it.
Oh, really? Okay. It just... Well, yeah, you just have a lot of videos looking through the
I'm
playlist.
currently doing Wind Waker, but
You're really good at Zelda 2.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, me being a retro gamer and all, that game is really hard, and that's it. Yeah, the fact that you even have a Let's Play of it, because I've been talking to some people like our buddy Noxus Bogar, who's a huge fan of the game, but just because of its difficulty, you won't even do a Let's Play of it. But
oh wow.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a pretty good game, and
yeah,
I do admit that I am relatively skilled at it, but then I look at myself playing and I can see all my own faults just because, I don't know. I compare myself to NCS's skill in that game, which is like godly. So.
well, yeah, I mean, everyone aspires to be NCS in one way or another, sure.
Of course.
you want to know who's good at Ocarina of Time?
Who would that be?
Check out my Uber Challenge Let's Play.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Liam.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Not that good.
Anyone who can do the Uber challenge is better than me.
No.
I just got one really good tactic. The Uber challenge is like a billion awesome glitches.
Yeah. It's very fun though.
Cool. I don't know anything about Zelda after the first game, to be honest with you. I'm so, like, if you ask me questions about Zelda, I'll just stare at you blankly. Like, I should know this stuff, but I don't.
Argon, have you played Link to the Past?
I have played it. I have not beaten it. I got to the final boss, and then I stopped for some reason. I just stopped playing.
That's just
I
something.
think I want to cry.
I'm sorry.
I've never loved a game more than that.
Oh wow, that's quite the
It's
outstanding review.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a scale of 1 to 10, and then there's love as a child.
Yeah, I can get that definitely.
Speaking of games that you may love as a child, this is one that's been on my mind for a few months now, and I feel I kind of need to clarify it, but I understand that you love Okami.
I do.
Now, first off, I have a few questions to ask about that. What do you love specifically about that game? What makes that a fantastic game to you?
Just don't spoil anything major because I still need to play that game. It's on my shelf.
Cover your
Okay.
ears, Antlion.
Well, I'm just gonna say that it is the story that gets me.
Okay.
That's what I love so much
Game
about
does.
it, and then the art style definitely complements the story and
Oh,
just
absolutely.
the world and everything. I will admit that it's pretty slow paced at the beginning, but once you get into it, man, it gets awesome.
Really? Because maybe I should have tried to play the game more, because I had it for the PS2. I got it from an ex-girlfriend when it first came out, and then I ended up selling it because it wasn't for me. And I think that game is also a game that it's going to be for some people and not for others. I mean, maybe just because of the stylized graphics. I don't know, but I just really couldn't get into it that much. I don't know why. I mean, I love the mechanic of being able to draw on the game. That was cool.
I mean, it plays exactly like Twilight Princess as far as the wolf goes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it was on the PS2, really?
Yeah, it was originally on the PS2, and then it was remade for the Wii.
Oh, that makes me feel less happy to be a Wii lover about that game specifically.
If it's any consolation, I heard it's not any easier to draw a circle.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, my other comment though is a while ago I had said that Okami is a great game. It's just a bit too long. Because I remember I beat Orochi the first time, and I was like, I'm done. The world, everyone's happy. I'm good with that. It's a great game, but it's too long. What do you think about the length of the story? Doesn't it feel more like 3 games?
The Godfather, the game.
I do admit that it sort of feels like it's segmented like that, like there are multiple sort of games just appended together. But somehow it works. I don't know whether it's just the fact that it's like Japan, and I know Japanese mythology is sort of just like broken. There's a lot of it like that, and they tried to put as much in there as they could, and it does string together if you know enough about it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I can forgive it for that still.
Does anyone know what Okami Den is?
Okami Den is
the DS one.
it's the sequel.
Is it for Wii?
No, on the DS.
Oh, no.
I have not played that one.
It's a pretty good game. I know Sugar Conroy is currently doing an LP of it.
Actually,
But
he's done with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's up to part like 69, or something. So I don't know how far he is, but
Yeah, I think he uploaded the finale part 1 today.
Yes, that was in my related videos, but I don't watch his videos.
I used to. But I liked Okami. Like, don't get me wrong, but I am not in the mood to watch another long Okami-den. Nor do I have any time to.
Yeah.
To each their own, I suppose.
Well, that happens a lot too, where you'll have someone will play one game and then someone else will pick up that same game. Like, our good friend Turner's Bro Radish did this big Yoshi's Island challenge about a month ago. He got a bunch of people involved to play in it, and
Everyone and their grandmother got
I've
involved.
seriously seen that Let's Play 3 times this year, and I do not need to watch it ever again at this point. So, great game. Can't say anything bad about it, but yeah, you just once you've watched it, same with like Genrei. When Genrei was playing Final Fantasy IV, I think I just watched Nintendo Capri Sun play it. So it's like it happens. But
I mean, yeah, we do it even to our friends and stuff.
I was sad.
yeah, well, I mean, if you're in the mood to play a game, then you might as well play it before that goes away.
That's why I'm doing my Twilight Princess LP.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have 2 LPs going at once. 2 LPs are more than enough for me to juggle. But then I'm like,
Yeah, 2 is really all you need. That's the most. I always go for one that's like an action game, and then one that's an RPG for people that want to be there in the long haul. But then,
yeah, that's the other thing, because it's like I got Twilight Princess, and then I'm like, hey, Super Metroid works perfectly, contrasting games. But then what I have planned after Super Metroid is actually like the exact same game as Twilight Princess. I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to postpone that.
Well, Argon, one question I want to ask you, and we probably delved into it a bit in just our conversation so far, but what influenced you to want to get started with Let's Playing?
There's quite a bit to that. I don't even really know if I could tell you exactly how it happened. All I know is that I found Let's Playing through just like the related videos on YouTube. I saw like some of Chugga Conroy's stuff, and I got interested in watching that. And then through that, I eventually found NCS, and I just delved into the whole world of Let's Play. And I was like, man, this is really cool, and I really enjoyed watching it for a long time. So then I decided, why can't I do this? I know enough about games. I'm relatively skilled at some games, so
yeah.
I just decided to take a leap of faith,
and just
here I am now,
and just go for it. And it's worked out really well for you so far.
Yeah, couldn't be happier.
So aside from the Let's Plays, you do a number of other things. You have a lot of races up on your channel, and I was actually surprised to see that you have two, not one, but two Battletoads races, which is wow.
I love Battletoads.
You seriously enjoy playing Battletoads?
I do.
It's a fun game.
I admit it is very frustrating. It's a very broken game, but it's just there's something charming about it, and maybe it's just my love for a good challenge that keeps me going with that one.
Yeah. Like I don't mind Battletoads. I mean, I've had it since I was probably like 5 years old for the Nintendo, and I had to beat it just because it was one of those games I had when I was so young. But when I'm looking for fun, I'm not like, oh, let's hit the shelf and like, ooh, Battletoads. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. There's always something that's more fun to play. That's sure. But if you're looking for like, I just want to
beat my head against a wall for 40 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you just do. I don't know.
No.
Or at least I do.
Yeah. Well, there are some games like my favorite hard game of all time is definitely the first Ninja Gaiden for the NES. Now that's a game where I'll literally pick it up and put it in the Nintendo and have like a hell of a lot of fun with it, even when I'm getting my ass kicked in the later levels.
Yep.
But I don't know, Battletoads just never appealed to me in that same kind of way. It was just like
I can see that.
It's a gradual process. It's like, yes, I finally beat Turbo Tunnel for the first time, and I was like, now I never have to play the game again. But it calls to you like an undead spirit of the night.
I heard a friend of mine told me that people used to think that Turbo Tunnel was the last level of the game because no one could ever beat it.
It might as well have been. It took me forever to get through that level.
I really don't think it's that hard.
It's not after you've done it a few times.
I guess it's just comparing it to all the other levels that are beyond that. It's not that hard.
Yeah, really.
Well,
one that I've always wanted to try but never did was Volkmeyer's Inferno. I think that'd be fun.
You've literally never played the level before?
No, I always skip it with the snake warp.
Sure.
After seeing what Jake went through, I'm like, yeah, I'll skip snakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played it like once. I got to the level, but I never beat it. There was like a stupid part with missiles or something. And
missiles are actually... I was actually just going to say that. You can kind of cheat in the missile part. If you go down to the bottom of the screen where the missiles line up, they don't actually hit you.
Oh, they don't?
No.
See, I had that pattern. Like, I saw, like, there's sort of a safe zone at the bottom of the screen, but I didn't realize that it couldn't actually hit you at all.
Yeah, they just don't hit you at all. So, yeah, otherwise that part's just insane with the missiles going up and down and the electric fields and all that. Yeah, it's an enjoyable level. But, yeah, I always skip it and whatever. What's that snake level called?
Snakes.
Carnath Slayer.
Carnath Slayer. Such weird names.
That is weird. I thought it was snakes.
Snake? Is this level not called Snakes? No, it's Carnath Slayer, you dumb piece of crap. You should have known that.
Well, excuse me.
Princess. But anyhow.
Why'd it have to be Carnath 6?
But, what else was I going to say? Well, you played Super Mario RPG. That's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games of all time. Definitely happy that I have that one.
That was one of the more fun LPs I did. I like that one.
Yeah. There's so much you can do in that game, like aside from the actual storyline, which I really love. Definitely a lot of influence from Square on their part.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it would be interesting. I think I was talking to somebody, and I was saying, it'd be interesting to see like what Nintendo contributed and what Square contributed to the game, just to see, because it does seem very Final Fantasy-ish overall. Definitely, I don't know. It feels like it feels almost more like a Final Fantasy game than it should, but I still love it. But I also love Final Fantasy games too, so I guess it wouldn't affect me anyway.
Yeah, I admit it sort of seems like a Final Fantasy game in some ways, but it's got that quirky Mario charm. It's just...
Oh yeah, the fact that he's a silent protagonist and everyone else. I wish they would put Geno in something else. Like
that's because that's something that
Super
Square
Smash Brothers 4.
So.
Super Smash
So there's no way that they'd be able to do that.
Oh, well, I didn't even know that.
Well, Square and... Well, that was Square Soft, wasn't it? Not Square Enix.
Yeah,
well, not that it really matters.
No, not really, but yeah.
Yeah.
Still Squaresoft back in the day.
Maybe.
Not back like Square when they were making Rad Racer for the Nintendo.
That was Square?
Yeah, they made Rad Racer. They made a few other games, too, that were not Final Fantasy. So,
Weird.
That's why they went bankrupt and then made Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy because that's supposed to be their final game. So.
Yep. But
But Rad Racer was successful, wasn't it?
I mean, overall, I think it was. It just wasn't successful enough. Maybe they just didn't have enough games that got licensed by Nintendo, I think might have been the issue. Because Rad Racer is a really fun racing game. Like, if you play that now even, like, you get the feeling that you are going, like, 150 miles an hour in that game. Like, you really do.
I heard F-Zero was fun.
Oh, I love F-Zero, too. F-Zero is actually really, really hard for a racing game. You try that out, and that's even on its like the easiest difficulty. It can be hard to get first.
I always get my ass kicked in F-Zero.
Yeah, it's a fun game though. Definitely fun.
Yeah. The fact that Final Fantasy was supposed to be their final game makes me laugh at the thought, because like it's just like it's like, okay, this is gonna be our final game, and then it's like Final Fantasy 2 comes out, and it's like, okay, we mean it this time. This is our final one. And, Final Fantasy 3,
and they just
and then it's like Final Fantasy 14. Seriously.
This is our last one.
We promise this time.
Do you have a
It's like the
particular?
Saw movies.
Do you have a particular favorite Final Fantasy game?
I've never played a Final Fantasy game except for the first one for about 5 minutes.
I haven't either.
Oh god, I've...
Blast.
You've upset the crowd.
Not really. No,
I will join this club and say I have never played a Final Fantasy game.
Final Fantasy
Yes.
1 for the NES is amazing.
Brofist, man.
Well, I just think that from a gamer aspect, it's one of those games that you should just play just to get to know. There are a lot of them, obviously, so you're only going to pick and play a few.
Let me tell you the good ones.
If a few, but yeah, if you ever get a chance to like get your hands on well, obviously 7 is very overrated, but if you get your hands on like 10. Final Fantasy X, I think, is a really, really awesome game.
I love Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, that's so.
I watched NTS's Let's Play. That seemed really good.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance, ever feel the urge to play a Final Fantasy, that's probably the best route to go. But
It really is. Once you understand it, it's very balanced.
yeah, it's just fun. Just the way everything works, being able to switch people out of battle on the fly, the way that status effects work.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones. But the story is, of course, kind of.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah, I don't know. There are certain parts that anyone can point out, like your argument is invalid. Titus laughs like an idiot. Please stop that.
You could always just skip Final Fantasy X and then go back to Final Fantasy Tactics, because that has a great story and the
Yeah,
combat.
Tactics has a great story.
Yeah, that's a long game too.
If you want a great entry level Final Fantasy, you should try Final Fantasy 3. And I mean actual 3.
Wow, I've never played 3 at all. I mean, that didn't come out until like the DS, I don't think, right?
Yeah, I played it on the DS, and I'm actually joking. It's hard as balls.
I was gonna say they probably didn't change a whole lot of it from how it was in Japan.
Yeah, I played I LP'd the NES version, and I've been playing the DS version, and no, just don't skip it.
They're really, really hard. There are no Phoenix Downs, none at all.
Wow.
Final Fantasy 1?
3. Actual 3.
Yeah, 1 and 3, but they're both great games.
They are great. I love Final Fantasy 3. It's just really hard.
For the one for the DS, I consider to be even harder. Don't ask me why. Just the low HP thing just kills me. But
well, that's how it goes. So.
But I've been recently playing some Final Fantasy V, and I gotta say, like, that game, like, the class system is amazing. Like, I just love the class system in Final Fantasy V.
I do too. I can't recommend it.
played
Like
Final
the story in the game is
It's
really
Probably the best one.
boring for the most part. But yeah, just like
Boring?
it's not that
Kidding me? I
exciting
haven't
story.
been bored. I've been, like, playing it
The
for,
main
like,
character's name is X-Death. It's like this is a super generic name, you know. It doesn't pull you in, and I don't think he doesn't even show up till like halfway through the game or something like that. So
Well, yeah, but
that's
because,
a game
like,
that I heard. That's a game I heard that the story takes a backseat to the gameplay.
absolutely, yeah, well, definitely. I think, but the class system is so much fun. Like if you're into that type of thing, like mixing and matching abilities, then it can be really enjoyable.
The story was pretty good. I mean, everyone's dying left and right, but...
So let's talk about Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's talk about Zelda. Liam, you can lead off this conversation about Zelda. What do you want to say about Zelda?
Why do I have to lead it?
Because
Is that because I brought it up?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
and you're
So
also
we're
much
forcing
more
it.
qualified to talk
Yes.
about Zelda than I am. So.
Well, we just got finished talking about favorite Final Fantasies. Now let's start another war about Zelda.
The original Zelda for the Nintendo. Best Zelda ever.
Is the original Zelda really that hard?
Well, okay, the first time that you ever commented on any
My
of my
mom
videos,
beat it. It's not that hard.
you asked me
Ah.
if you asked me if you should play it blind, and you should definitely not play it blind. But
No, Johnny, seriously. My mom beat it, and she
Well,
didn't,
did she
she
beat
didn't
it
have a
blind?
guidebook.
Completely
So my
blind?
mom beats it. Anybody can beat it.
well, I'm not saying that it's difficult, but I mean to be able to figure out where to go without having any sort of a guide on where to go, that's the tough part about it.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest part, is just figuring out where to go. Beyond that, it's not too bad, as long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's a game where you're going to die a lot. You'll probably only die once or twice your first time through. You know. Second quest is a lot more difficult. That's just
I really enjoyed Twilight Princess thoroughly. I think it really got
Yeah,
to,
I
like,
do.
the peak. Like,
Oh
the
yeah,
peak
Twilight
Twilight
of
Princess
itself.
is
about it.
fantastic. I playing it. I haven't played it through in like 6 years, and just doing it now after I've played like Link to the Past now and just Majora's Mask. Even it's like, oh my god, so many things are making so much sense, and it's so much cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of Majora's Mask, in the world of Team Fortress 2, they recently added a new unusual effect. Now, for those that don't know, that's like particle effects on your hat. It's like
Okay.
it's awesome
I
because
still don't know
it's
what's
like
up.
the whole thing is a Zelda reference. First of all, the effect is called "It's a Secret to Everybody," and then the actual effect itself is a moon that orbits around like your character, and then like every now and then, like a scary face will just pop up on the moon.
Haha,
That's pretty awesome.
that scary moon. My god, I hate that scary moon. 'Cause it
I never
scares
thought it was that scary.
me. It's pretty creepy, that moon.
It terrified me as a kid.
Anyhow, so what's your weigh-in on it, Argon? What's your favorite overall Zelda game?
My favorite overall is Majora's Mask, definitely.
Yeah!
Mostly because of the story, like the character development and everything. It's a very well done world.
Yeah.
The atmosphere of the game is just incredible.
I'm so confused by that. Like, I feel like I should play it, but my brother has the N64, so I never get the chance to play like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which is probably part of the reason I never got big into Zelda games in the first
You've
place.
never played Ocarina of Time?
Well, I played it, but I've never beaten it.
It was such a dark compared to Ocarina of Time, because it's almost like you don't exist in Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It makes you feel pretty helpless a lot of the time.
It's just so strange from the norm.
I love how everyone was like, "Oh man, the timer was like so controversial back then. Like, this is horrible. How could they possibly put a time limit on us?" But nowadays, it's like, this is genius.
Exactly. Yeah.
Head of
It's
its
much
The
time.
whole
less stressful
concept
than
behind Pikmin 1.
It's much less stressful. Oh, I was just about to say Pikmin, because
Oh,
that's why
ninja did
I stopped
from you.
playing Pikmin, because like the time saved.
It was too stressful. I never could beat that game. I'm sorry. It was too much for me.
Oh,
I just
Pikmin
broke
1's
down.
crazy easy, though, when you can get past all the horrible glitches, like when you build a bridge and guys are under it and they die.
It's so sad when they die. Pikmin 2, or Pikmin is rated as one of the saddest games.
It really is, though. I mean, they're
Pikmin?
just used. Yeah, like
Yeah.
slaves, and then when they die, you get to watch their soul go up into heaven. Little Pikmin heaven.
God.
Oh,
Kind
that's
of
the
a
saddest
feeling.
part.
You just ruined my world.
Well, that's it. They ruined.
I'd hate to brag, but I'm pretty damn good at the Pikmin games.
You know, speaking of Pikmin, I recently traded for Pikmin 2 off of Uto.
Yeah. That was a horrible
Apparently-
trade on
Mario
your end, so I'm not
64.
complaining.
Hey, I got what I wanted.
That's
I
probably the
traded
most
him-
important part.
apparently, I traded him like $100 worth of NES games for it, and SNES
You
games.
fool.
If not, was it 100 or was
Yeah.
it at least more?
I got Super Mario RPG. That alone is worth it. On top of that, I got Mario Brothers 3. I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 and 3. I got Super Mario World, F-Zero, and Clash Demon Head. So yeah, I got like $100 worth of NES
Oh
games.
wow.
That's pretty.
Thank
Yeah.
I regret nothing.
Well,
The
as long
only
as you
video game
regret
trade I've
nothing.
ever done is I traded one of my friends. I traded him Super Mario 64 for Banjo-Tooie.
Good trade.
Yeah, that is
I
wild.
thought that was a good pretty good trade because if I want to play Super Mario 64, I can just get it on the Virtual Console anyways.
But
you
you,
can't do
you
that
probably
on Banjo-Tooie.
back then you probably didn't know that the Virtual Console existed.
No, it wasn't too
Or
long.
was it
Ago. It was like mid high school sort of thing.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Super Mario 64 is like the only Nintendo 64 game that has like 0 flaws on the emulator. 64 at least.
I use Wii 64, but it's got flaws on that for sure.
Everyone dies a horrible, painful death.
In the emulator version.
Or am I playing the wrong one?
You
No,
might,
no,
you might be.
Are you playing Kaizo Mario 64 with all those
Oh,
chain
no.
bumps?
Oh,
Yeah,
we're-
it's more like mildly annoying Mario 64.
Or are you playing Groin Pains, which I still need to finish and haven't worked on in like
Oh,
2
you did get through that.
Oh man.
Oh, Argon, what is your opinion on the Belly MCs?
Oh, the Billy MCs. I enjoy those videos, I have to admit. The older ones will always be my favorite. They just stand the test of time.
Absolutely.
But he's just so endearing. It's like you just can't get over him. You'd think that the gimmick will get old with Billy, but it just doesn't. It's great.
Do you watch the Billy MC Retroplays, or do you actually watch
Yeah,
his videos?
I watch those.
I watched the Reds. I have watched some of his videos. They're not too bad, but I mostly just watch the Reds praise.
I like
mean-
the ones with Lime Popsicle.
It's a lot.
Oh, I'm positive. Slime time.
They like almost have the same voice, and it seems like
I maintain the belief that it is Billy MC, only altering his voice to seem like.
Are you saying Billy MC is
They go on.
schizophrenic?
they go
Am I
on
saying
for
what?
like
Are you saying Billy MC is schizophrenic?
Something to that effect.
Not quite
something
right.
something between schizophrenic and desperate.
Aren't we all schizophrenic?
I suppose so.
Went right out there and said it, didn't you?
We've all got mental health issues of some sort or another. Delightful.
I do.
I'm chronic depressed.
Shut up, Bob
Oh,
Hoblin.
again, right.
I'm not schizophrenic. Yes, you
Oh,
are.
oh.
Shut up, you.
Bob Hoblin is my inner accountant.
Bob Holland's your inner accountant.
We just scared
Yeah.
away the one
Wow.
schizophrenic subscriber.
Aww.
Oh.
It's alright.
There goes diversity.
The other part
Schizophrenic
of him was
YouTube
subscribed.
accounts. You have
That'd be interesting.
an
I
account for
hate
different
reading
personalities.
Interesting.
It's amazing.
You're talking about a schizophrenic person having different like YouTube accounts that it'll hide it from itself. So like one
Yeah.
person has a bunch of YouTube accounts that they don't know about.
That would be weird. That's a mind trip. Wow.
Yeah, we shouldn't go there. That's a dark place. Anyhow. Argon,
So
what's...
Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda. Well, actually,
How did we get the schizophrenia?
we do that all the time. That's just the nature of
That's
the beast.
actually pretty normal.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, when did you start and what was kind of the inspiration, there's that word again, for wanting to start the challenge Sundays?
I can't remember. No, wait, no, I do remember, and I don't want to admit it though because it's just so stupid now that I think about it. It's like, I saw way back when I was still subscribed to Ninbuzz. I'm not anymore, but and it's like way early on in their time. Josh Jepson did a thing on there called like Challenger Approaching, I think, and it was basically the same thing as Challenge Sunday. So I kind of just stole it. I
Nothing wrong with that.
because he did the one episode, and I was like waiting for the next one, and it like just never came.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well I'll just do it on my
Are
channel.
you saying Josh Jepson killed Challenger Approaching?
I don't know. He never continued with it. Just I never
That's
saw.
what I'm
it.
claiming.
There was
I
the
don't
one
know.
episode. That was it.
No.
I think someone else continued it later on. But I could be wrong.
Huh. Well, I think
It's lime time.
I think it's a great idea as far as just changing up the material on your channel, because I've been thinking of doing that lately too, because I go see pretty much like any new good movie that comes out. So I've been thinking of doing like not really, super in-depth movie reviews, but just something to change up stuff on my channel too, because
that's a good idea.
it's one thing just to do Let's Plays, but why not venture into other stuff that you enjoy doing as well?
Yeah, like I primarily do Let's Plays, obviously, but I just like to throw in the random videos every now and then. Like there's the Challenge Sunday, Gaming Millionaire stuff now. There's that Order of Twilight video. That wasn't really a Let's Play. There's like Super Mario Galaxy 2 Challenge videos. Those are good.
That was cool.
Yeah,
Seeing
those are
what
so.
was it, Cloudy Court or something?
Fluffy Bluff
Oh,
Clouds.
sorry. I've never played Super Mario Galaxy 2. I've only done the first one, and
that's
seeing you do that without the cloud suit and using any clouds was just phenomenal.
That was
I haven't
so
attempted the perfect run yet.
Ooh.
I might do that. Like,
Best of luck to you.
live and record it.
Oh, that'd be exciting.
Well, you got to record it, right? If you're going for a perfect run of anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
really.
But anyhow, yeah, you already touched on it, so we might as well talk about the Gaming Millionaire that's come up. I mean, obviously an inspiration for that is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But
Oh, yes.
Really? I thought it was Wheel of Fortune.
No, believe it or not, I
thought it was Batman.
got this from the source. It was not Batman. Not everything is Batman.
Everything is Batman.
Where the keeps going.
Oh, Batman indeed.
We all knew Batman was going to show up in Friday Night Skype eventually.
Batman.
My favorite
always
Batman's
here.
the Michael Keaton one.
I was just watching that
Oh,
earlier
you just
today.
have not read the fanfic me and Johnny are working on.
Oh, God.
The Michael
Uh-oh.
Keaton Batman has a mask in Majora's Mask.
The bunny
The Keaton
mask?
mask.
Fair
The Keaton
enough.
mask.
Yes, of course.
Oh.
There's a Batman that deserves it to be the Michael Keaton Batman.
Do you know do you know the Star Fox mask sequence in that game?
Of course.
Yep. Oh god, that was a clever reference. Star Fox.
Anyhow, yeah, enough about Batman. And so,
Right.
Gaming
So
Millionaire...
what was your initial point? Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so, like, what can you tell us about that? Maybe people that are listening that don't know what the hell we're talking about, if you care to explain it a little bit.
Sure. Gaming Millionaire is a thing I started recently, where basically I get someone in a Skype call, a contestant, through a very randomized selection process, and then I ask them questions, and they keep going up in difficulty, and there's 15 questions total. It's basically the exact same thing as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, so if you don't know what that is, then I kind of feel sorry for you. But, there's that, and it's just gaming-related questions, and instead of winning, like, money and stuff, you get points, and then at the end of it all, there's going to be another sort of drawing process with the points, and someone's going to win a Wii U, which is going to be very
Ooh.
exciting.
Wow,
Mhm.
that's a big
No,
big
my
prize.
unbridled enthusiasm. I was actually
Yes.
A
surprised.
Wii U? Wow, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, that was in the video. I forgot that.
It was, yeah.
Hear that, people? So everyone go there and want to
Yeah.
practice up on your knowledge of stuff, especially the
How can
Pokemon.
I get involved in this?
I'm sorry
contest?
to maybe sidetrack from it, but what are your opinions on the Wii U?
Might as well coming out in
Because
16 days.
I ask a lot of people, and it's just no one seems to know what it is. Even they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, is it a peripheral? Is it just another thing? I don't like tablets." I mean, like, what are your thoughts on it?
I think it has potential, but they haven't used that potential yet in what they've been showing.
I would, for the most part, agree. I agree. I think it's a good console. I'm just not a fan of what current games are on it.
Yeah.
Pikmin 3 is not a launch title, is it?
No, it comes out later this. Well, they're redefining the term launch title, so it technically is, but it's not going to be available day one.
It's like a first gen titles, you know.
Mhm.
It's
is
as
it
long as
gonna be
it comes
like-
out before the holiday season, then you know. they'll-
It actually the launch season is up until March,
no.
so
So,
it goes out
Pikmin-
sometime before March.
For March. I hope, because I don't think I'm buying a Wii U right away, honestly.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
coming out in like 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of people
Yep.
seem to be early adopters on this one.
No, it's going to take a lot of getting used to. And I seriously, they should be pushing some some larger games. Like, I'm surprised you said that about Pikmin, because I didn't know that, and I hope they get that out before the holiday season, because they're gonna need something to push them. Otherwise, because I haven't heard a single person so far.
They're not competing with Xbox or PlayStation. They got the whole.
But they still need to win.
They still need to compete with them.
They need to win people over. More importantly,
it's not about competing at this point. It's about
You need to compete with things other than competitive game systems.
What are they going to buy from the Xbox and PS3? Like some games, whereas the Nintendo's pushing a whole console, you know, and a new gaming experience.
But a lot of the people who are like, the Wii U, who cares?
Yeah.
They're like, well, I'm good with the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and it's like, they need to pick up those people.
Yeah, I haven't talked to a single person to say they're buying day one.
I haven't heard a single person.
I bet there are enough little kids in the world that we don't talk to who are screaming at their mommies and daddies that they want a Wii U, and we just don't know it.
I don't know, I work at Walmart, and I don't get very many people asking about it. Walmart Electronics, specifically.
Oh, wow.
No? So there you go.
Well, I live in a different country, so maybe our opinions...
I live in a different country.
A different world.
Dilly, you live in the South. You live in a whole different universe completely.
You know,
I mean, come on, you can't really compare Canada sales to American sales, right? They're two different countries.
Completely different. Like, there's nothing...
Same damn thing.
Yeah. You know what I think they should definitely tap into with the Wii U, though, that I haven't seen anything yet for, is Star Fox.
Yeah.
I think they could do a lot with that, like with the tablet thing. Like,
talk about desperate need to keep that franchise, alive. Because...
Yeah, there hasn't been a good, as in, like, I don't even know what I'm saying. There hasn't been a good Star Fox game since Star Fox 64.
Yeah, I mean...
Star Fox Adventures is a good game if you take away Star Fox.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah, that's the dinosaur one, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, it wasn't supposed to be a
that's what I was supposed to say. They just kind of slapped Star Fox in there in the last game.
Yeah, well...
Let me just feed this mushroom into your knee so you can get your fix.
No, I don't know. Is that JonTron's video of it?
Yeah, that's Judge.
I can't
It's a reference. That means it's not funny anymore.
I thought everyone got the JonTron reference.
No, we were just laughing because it was funny.
I've only seen the Birdemic thing.
Dude, you should watch all of his stuff.
days
He's
ago.
amazing, that guy.
I've seen all his videos, but I'm surprised I didn't get the reference.
Yeah, I just took a guess at it, honestly. But
Oh man, I watch JonTron. I've seen all his videos at least 8 times. I'm a loser, but
oh, you're a fanatic.
well, look, JonTron, we have the same sense of humor in a sense, and I just find him really hilarious.
he's a funny guy. I mean, Game Grumps are also really funny. I seriously think that they probably do a few shots or smoke some weed beforehand, but
They're the only Let's Players I've ever stopped the video because I was crying from laughter. Like, I'm not even joking about that. I was in college, in my comments, he said, "Oh, it's a game smash!" I paused the video and I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
Wow.
Do you remember the episode where he got a game smash? No!
Actually, it was a Plum Bloom.
Oh, no. It was a
Nintendo Capri Sun made me laugh till I cried one time in his Majora's Mask Let's Play.
from what?
Hey, Alta, you know what's funny? I actually called you out in my Pokemon video today because I ran into a Whismer and I've stopped everything I was doing. It's like, Alta, shut the fuck up. It's not a Pumbloom.
I'm gonna comment on that right now. Oh man, it's a Pumbloom!
Nice.
I'll be like, I like the part where Uturai. I don't know.
No. So can we expect any more Gaming Millionaire soon? I know that you put out a video, what was that, at least a few days ago, talking about the scheduling of it.
Yeah, hopefully there will be one up this Sunday, and if not, then it's for sure going to be next Sunday.
Okay.
And then the next time it goes up, it's going to become like a bi-weekly thing. So every 2 weeks, every other Sunday, there will be one. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, anyone who's listening that hasn't checked it out, go check it out because you can participate in it. And I didn't even know the grand prize was a Wii U, but that's
that's funny. It's like before it even started, I was discussing it with just a few of my friends, and they were all just like, "Oh, that sounds like a fun little diversion. That should be cool." And then I mentioned that there's a Wii U for a prize, and they're just like, what? It's like they just don't. It's totally blindsides them because they think it's just for fun.
Yeah, dude, you're really pulling out the stops on that for sure.
Yep. It's like, okay, now it's getting serious.
Yeah, very serious. Well, it sounds it. I think I'll throw my hat into it even. Although if there's anything about Zelda, I will fail miserably from the get-go. So that's bad. But
How many entries do you get per week, anyway?
Surprisingly, well, I guess not really surprisingly, because the first round had like 120 some people who entered. And then the second and third ones both had 180 some, I think.
Oh.
So
odds went up?
Yep, definitely.
well,
Or down?
The odds went down. The people.
Sorry.
that's the way it
Got-
goes, man. That's
Confused my... I'm not even going to try and say pronouns or verbs, because I'd probably get that wrong, too.
alliteration. It's all about the alliteration.
Alliteration. Yeah, that's what caused the
I know.
failure.
Yeah, I had no idea about that one though. I was like looking through about the second game in the Phoenix Wright series. I was like, I know the first one's Ace Attorney, and I thought it was Trials and Tribulations, and I'm like, Justice for All, like the Metallica CD, like that can't be right.
Wow.
Like that was just my thought about it. And like Apollo Justice, now that sounds like something Japanese. It totally doesn't make any sense. I like it.
Friggin' apologize.
Apollo Justice. I love that. I love it when you have like two adjectives put together that just make something great in Japanese. You know, and whenever you fight with your greatest confidence, that's always great too.
Absolutely.
Well, one thing I wanted to talk about, a little off topic, but it's been huge news, and we were talking about it a little bit before, and that's Disney buying Lucasfilms.
And now Princess Leia is a Disney princess.
Princess Leia, officially a Disney princess. So, if you haven't heard about this already, it's been huge. They bought them for just over $4 billion, and pretty much all you can say is that Star Wars 7, 8, and 9 are already green-lit and good to go.
What I kind of find funny about that whole ordeal is just that that purchase went through in a hurricane.
It just like no one saw it coming, and then it just happened. So.
No, I mean, it literally what happened during Hurricane Sandy.
Oh, the literal hurricane.
Under the cover of a storm.
I got you now. Yeah, well, I mean, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, I don't know how strongly any of you will feel about the Star Wars movies themselves, but they've had a huge impact on my life.
I'm not a fan of Star Wars, and I'm
Never
not a
seen
huge
any
fan
of them.
Wow.
Me either.
Oh my gosh, this is not what I
Eric
expected.
Lucas himself didn't already ruin the stuff.
Yeah, it couldn't be any worse than what I hear it has been.
Well,
Hey, let's make everything CGI remake, guys!
Let's
From now
replace
on,
all the guns with
everything's a
walkie-talkies.
kitty cat dance party.
Kitty cat dance party. Go. Ugh.
You know, it means Disney's like taking over the world. Pretty
Oh
soon.
yeah.
They own
What I'm
Marvel.
more concerned with is what the state of Zombies Ate My Neighbors is going to be.
Oh man.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors? What does that have to do with anything?
Lucasfilm made that.
Oh, they did.
Oh my gosh!
I kind of should have known that, just because I actually do own that game for the
No
Super
Let's
Nintendo.
playing of that game ever.
Unless you want to get hit by the same copyright as Kingdom Hearts Let's Plays.
That's what I hear. Is that it?
Eventually Disney will buy out Nintendo, and then Princess Peach will be a Disney princess too.
Right.
I would.
It's going to happen.
And Daisy, she'll be a princess cousin.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Disney's pretty brutal. I remember I took a history of animation class in college, and I had heard from our professor that the Disney Wikipedia page is the most frequently changed page because there's so many people that love Disney and so many people that greatly hate Disney.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, Johnny, I didn't hear a word you said. You kind of faded out completely.
Yeah,
That was funny. We could sort of hear you, but not really.
I'm gasoline floating away.
It's funny because it's going to come up perfectly clear on his end.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, well, I just said that I'd heard from my professor when I took a history of animation class that Disney Wikipedia page is the most frequently changed page on all of Wikipedia, just because of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard at least. Just because so many people love it, and yet so many people hate them so much. But I don't know if that's true or not. I don't even know if you can look that up in any kind of a way.
Just keep reloading the Wikipedia page and waiting for it's edited by.
I suppose you could do that.
I remember one time I edited the page on Yoshi to say he was a vile horse that needed to be eradicated from existence.
Wow.
Really?
Why would you do that? I love Yoshi.
No, Yoshi is a vile horse that needs to be eradicated from existence.
Yoshi!
On what grounds do you say this?
Because it's
On
fun
the
to throw
grounds
him
of
in lava.
Canada.
on the grounds of Canada, on the
Uchirai
grounds of
lives
my
in a place
floorboard.
that's named after a Pokemon.
Yes.
What?
I'm not gonna say anymore, but it is.
Yeah, don't
he
go
lives-
and out me there on frickin' Skype.
You know, there are quite a few Canadians in this call right now, and I don't think any of us get that.
Wait, on one of the days when the Canadians overrun the American people, and yet we don't get the joke.
Johnny,
Oh.
think about it this way: the Canadian Army is like 3 people on a horse. The United States Army, half of my paycheck goes to fund it. I don't think they're gonna be taking us over
That's-
anytime.
No, I don't.
So video games.
Do you see why
Ever played
Alta
Risk?
put that burning cross in his front yard?
Yeah,
I did not put a
truly.
freaking. Oh my
Truly.
god! No, that never even happened. This is on the
Oh
internet.
my.
There was no burning cross. For Pete's sake, quit
Uh,
telling people that story.
It was something silly on the Minecraft. That's all that needs to be mentioned about it.
No, oh my gosh! You know, to make long story short, Dilly told me I wanted to make a cross to the Mega Mudkip god in Minecraft.
As Uto is my witness, that is not how
You know
the story
what?
goes.
As you guys
You know
are
what,
liars.
Dilly, be fair. Let him finish the story, and I'll say if it's how it happened or not.
Okay, so I was building the cross, okay, and Dilly, I guess, jokingly suggested. I didn't realize he was
No,
joking.
that's bullshit. That was
No,
not
it was Dilly.
You
It was
did
either
not-
Dilly or you that suggested lighting
Oh,
the cross on fire.
Ladies,
to make it light
ladies,
up.
please. All right, we understand. Minecraft, great.
We can talk about this after.
It was me that suggested.
We're live, Alta. What are you doing?
We'll do it live.
I have to protect my almost good name.
Anyhow,
to protect my aim.
you want to talk about video games? The Steam sale that they had for Halloween, amazing. I'm so glad I checked that out, and I checked it out with only a few hours left in it, and I was like, saw BioShock and BioShock 2 for $10. I don't know anything about these games, to be honest with you, but I'm like, I can't pass that up. So, yeah, I just started playing BioShock for the first time ever. And
Bioshock 1 is a great game, but Bioshock 2 really shames the franchise.
well, we'll see.
Really?
I mean, I
Yeah,
have a
no,
hard
the
time
story was
believing
disgusting,
it's
and I was intrigued with the gameplay, with you being a big daddy and all, but beyond that, it was just disgusting. I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't like the way the story went, and the gameplay was too similar, and I didn't think it was as challenging as the first game, or as scary.
Well then.
Well,
I
yeah.
was just checking out Steam, and there's a game called Trains vs. Zombies.
Yes, I saw that one too. I'm like, well, I think the trains might win. They
Yeah.
may have a slight advantage over zombies.
Unless it's like like Thomas the Tank Engine.
He might get ripped apart by zombies.
That could be
A little
bad.
bit.
That could be bad. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to seeing Wreck-It Ralph actually this weekend, or I'll probably go see it on Monday, which is
I've heard some very A- reviews.
A minus,
Which is good.
Yeah, I'll take A minus. Yeah, it's got an 8.1 already on IMDb, and it's probably only going to go up a few, 0.2 or 3 more, I would imagine. So that's really great because I'm not a huge fan of going to see. I don't know if it's DreamWorks or Pixar that's making it, and I'm normally not a huge fan of animated films. But if it's saying that it's that good and it's got all those licensed, video game characters in it, it seems like it'll be pretty awesome.
I think it's DreamWorks.
Is it? Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter to me. But Wall-E was good. I can say that. That was the one that really shifted me over from not caring about those movies to, hey, this is potential. Let's watch it.
Wall-E?
I never saw
Wall-E. Wall-E was good. I'm a dialogue-heavy person.
I never
so
saw
it didn't
saw
work for me.
Wall-E. What did that have to do with video games?
Nothing.
It was an
Nothing at
allegory
all.
for America.
It just, it totally was an allegory for America, absolutely. But no, it was just, I just felt like mentioning it because it was just a good movie, and I'm not normally that type of person that would get into a movie of that sort.
Completely understood.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally.
That's how it goes sometimes. But anyhow,
Johnny, we can't hear you.
you still can't hear me?
Still can't hear you.
Really? You just can't hear me
Really?
at all?
Sounds really far away.
Very faintly.
Can you hear me now?
Only enough to respond to you.
I can't do that, dude.
Only when everyone else is quiet.
Can you hear me now?
Well,
Well, I guess our host has a...
So,
If you put Little John and Little Wayne together, would you get a full-size John Wayne?
Did you make that joke up?
Yeah.
No, you
That's pretty good.
Had it on my Facebook status for a while.
Why do you sound so
That's the
disappointed to
greatest
say
joke.
that?
I don't know.
You, sir.
Hey, you
the
know what else
greatest
is a fun
comedian
joke?
who's ever
Let's
lived.
just tell really bad puns. Okay. So,
Um,
John has 50
I gotta
candy
think.
bars and eats 40.
Ulta. Oh, let's since Johnny has left us and he is our host, we'll just do the 10 questions, all right?
yeah, I agree. So ArgonMatrix,
Yes?
what is your favorite word? By the way, these are serious.
Paradox?
Okay, I should explain first. So that is a good question. That is a good answer. But these are the 10 questions that are to be asked at the end of Inside the Actor Studio, if you've ever seen it. It's the Bernard Pivot questionnaire. I'm just
Okay.
gonna
I've not seen it, but
hang on. I'm gonna just look up the 10 questions so I can ask you. I got most of them off the top of my head. They are to be answered off the top of your head. You're not supposed to think about them at all. They're supposed to be the first thing that comes to your mind. All right.
okay, sure.
All right. So what is your favorite word? You said paradox. Now, why do you say that?
No, it's not. There's no explanation.
Yeah,
Just
you
move
don't-
on.
You don't have to answer why.
Fine. Don't answer why.
It's because of the letter X.
I wish there was a Y.
What is your
Fine.
least favorite word?
Mud pie. Mud pie. That's
All right. What turns you on physically, emotionally, mentally?
Wait, all three?
Anything. What in general turns you on?
Or creatively.
Long hair?
Or creative.
I'm just saying the first thing that comes to my mind, like you said.
Yeah, that's right. What turns you off?
Boogers?
We're not supposed to laugh at his honest reactions. All right. What sound do you love?
The sound of a foghorn?
All right. And what sound do you hate?
The sound of nails on a sidewalk. Scratching.
Nails on the sidewalk. Huh?
I've heard that once in
Hey,
my life,
Johnny,
and I never want to hear it again.
I have no idea why I keep cutting out.
What kind of nails? Like fingernails or?
No, like iron spike nails. Just-
Yeah, that's the only way I can figure it.
Oh, okay. I was like, who's rubbing their nails on the sidewalk?
oh god, that's a weird image.
Yeah, their hands would just be like nubs after a while. It would be, it's dark.
Reminds me of the GIF of that guy that's just pounding on the keyboard till his hands melt.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite curse word?
I don't know.
That's
Wait,
not
I
a word.
have to think. Cunt.
That word
good
always
one.
seems to be
It's
either
my
people's like least
That was
favorite
weird.
word or like favorite curse word. It's funny how like interchangeable that one is.
It's my second least favorite word.
Ever.
Profession other than your own, or what? Well, I guess what one other one you'd be studying. What profession would you like to attempt?
Psychiatrist.
What profession would you not ever like to do?
Pole dancer. Is that a profession?
Yeah,
that's
it's-
pretty good.
Yes.
They make I think 3-figure income or 6-figure income.
Three-figure income.
Three-figure income.
Really racking it up.
Yes.
That's terrible.
All right, got my $600 this year.
Oh man, don't spend it all in one place.
Time to go to the casino. And finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I hope you have clean underwear. I don't know. This is so weird.
You
This is fun,
may
though.
have best answered those questions out of anyone who's ever answered them. Honestly, that was great.
That was interesting.
That was fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey God, what's up? I hope you have clean underwear.
Just see God show up, like, ready for war.
Scary stuff up here.
Oh God, what's about to happen?
He's like, I hope you brought clean underwear, kid, so we're going in.
But alright. Johnny, you want to take it away?
Alright, guys. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I don't know why my microphone kept cutting out. I still don't. Hooray for technology. But thanks a lot, ArgonMatrix, for joining us and dealing with our craziness and all. But yeah, and please, you're welcome back anytime you feel like jumping in. Please.
I might just take you up on that sometime.
Just maybe. Anyhow, everyone listening, thanks a lot for well, not really listening, but watching. No, that didn't even make sense.
Watching?
Scratch that, reverse it.
Okay,
The
scratch it,
watching.
reverse it. Willy Wonka style. Anyhow, thanks a lot, guys, for listening. This has been Johnny Cage and the rest of the Friday Night Skype crew. Signing out for now. Just have your pet spayed or neutered. Bye.